So what we did was we wanted to examine what the relationship is between deforestation and Coca, because our own team had before found that it was an important factor. The Coca production was an important factor in destroying the Amazon forest. And what we found when we looked at all the literature that we can get our hands on is that it really isn't as much of a factor as we thought. In fact, it's a minimal. The influence is minimal. And once you take into account things like roads and poverty and people moving into the area, then it disappears. It really doesn't have an influence at all. The most important implication of this research is that when we're thinking about development, opening up land by putting the roads in and then perhaps clearing out the land so that people can put agriculture in it, we need to be thinking 50, 40 years ahead. The reason is we found that these development plans from back in the 1960s and 1970s have a very strong influence of where the deforestation is and where the Coca is. And that's really critical. Nobody saw it coming. When they were building the roads, they weren't thinking people are going to start planting Coca, but that's what happened. So the great lesson is that the things that we're doing today with creating new roads or having new programs and new projects into the area are going to have an influence for the next 40 and 50 years, and that's the time horizon that we should be thinking about.